Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in WWE 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in. Roman Reigns appeared on WWE Raw last week and had a heated verbal battle with CM Punk. The two icons are set to battle for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 42 Night 2. Punk took an extremely personal shot at Reigns last week, claiming he would bury him next to his father at WrestleMania 42. This left the Tribal Chief speechless and furious, as it brought the show to a close. Fans will be expecting Reigns to appear on the show tonight to exact revenge for Punk involving his family. However, the former Universal Champion is not advertised for Raw tonight. As a result, it is unlikely that he will appear unless it is a surprise. The OTC is next set to appear on the March 16 edition of WWE Raw in San Antonio, Texas. It remains to be seen how he responds to the Second City Saint following the insult last week. WWE Hall of Famer claims Roman Reigns was in shock on Raw last week. In a recent episode of the Busted Open Radio, WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray claimed that Roman Reigns was in shock after CM Punk's comments last week. Ray also said he was unable to understand why Punk would take such a personal jab, apart from the shock value of the statement. Roman was in shock. When you are in shock, the fight or flight reaction kicks in, it freezes you. Roman was frozen in shock. I still don't understand, other than for shock value, why Punk would say it, he said. With Reigns not expected to appear tonight on Raw, CM Punk will likely have the freedom to build on his promo from last week. He might call out the Tribal Chief once again, leading to an even bigger confrontation next week once the OTC returns. For WWE fans around the world, few questions generate as much excitement and speculation as the potential appearance of Roman Reigns. Whether he is dominating the main event scene or orchestrating the chaos of the bloodline, the presence of the Tribal Chief often defines the tone of an entire show. As Monday night approaches and anticipation builds for WWE Raw, the burning question remains, will Roman Reigns appear on WWE Raw tonight? The answer is not always straightforward, but the speculation itself highlights the enormous influence Reigns continues to have over WWE programming. Let's break down the latest rumors, storyline possibilities, and what fans might realistically expect tonight. The power of the Tribal Chief. For several years now, Roman Reigns has stood at the very top of WWE's hierarchy. Since returning in 2020 with his dominant Tribal Chief persona, he has reinvented himself and transformed into arguably the most compelling character in modern professional wrestling. Guided by the manipulative brilliance of Paul Heyman, Reigns has ruled WWE television with an iron fist. His alliance with the Bloodline reshaped the entire landscape of the company and produced some of the most memorable storylines in recent WWE history. Because of that influence, every possible Reigns appearance carries massive implications. When he shows up, something important usually happens. Why fans are asking about tonight's Raw? There are several reasons fans are speculating about Roman Reigns appearing on Raw tonight. First, WWE has been teasing major developments involving the Bloodline and their rivals across both brands. In the current era of WWE, the strict brand split is often flexible, especially when top stars are involved. Second, rumors suggest that WWE officials, including Chief Content Officer Triple H, are preparing several high-profile segments to build momentum for upcoming premium live events. If that's true, bringing in Roman Reigns would instantly elevate the show. Roman Reigns' schedule, why he doesn't appear every week. Unlike many other WWE stars, Roman Reigns does not appear on television every single week. This is part of WWE's long-term strategy to keep him feeling special and larger than life. When Reigns appears, it feels like a big deal. This approach became especially noticeable during his historic championship run when he was the face of World Wrestling Entertainment. Instead of constant appearances, WWE strategically placed him in key segments in major shows. That strategy has helped maintain his aura as an unstoppable force. Could Raw be the perfect moment for a surprise appearance? Even though Roman Reigns is most closely associated with WWE SmackDown, WWE occasionally brings top stars to Raw when the storyline calls for it. There are several scenarios where a surprise appearance tonight could make sense. 1. A Bloodline power move. If members of the Bloodline are scheduled for Raw, Roman Reigns could show up to assert his authority. The group has undergone several changes over time, and internal tensions often create dramatic moments. A sudden appearance by the tribal chief could reinforce his leadership or signal a new direction for the faction. 2. A rival calls him out. Another possibility is that a major WWE superstar calls out Roman Reigns during Raw. WWE has used this storytelling device many times. A wrestler steps into the ring, grabs a microphone, and challenges the biggest star in the company. Sometimes the challenge goes unanswered. But occasionally, the music hits, and the arena explodes. 3. Building toward a major event. If WWE is preparing for a big premium live event, the company might use Raw as a platform to push the storyline forward. A Roman Reigns appearance would immediately raise the stakes and create buzz heading into the next show. The Bloodline's impact on WWE. To understand why fans are constantly asking about Roman Reigns' appearances, you have to look at the incredible impact of the Bloodline storyline. What began as a simple alliance evolved into one of the most layered narratives in wrestling history. The saga involved family loyalty, betrayal, power struggles, and championship glory. Over time, characters within the group experienced dramatic changes, creating some unforgettable television moments. The story didn't just revolve around championships, it revolved around identity and control. And at the center of it all was Roman Reigns. The role of Paul Heyman. A discussion about Roman Reigns would not be complete without mentioning Paul Heyman. Heyman's role as the wise man has been crucial to the tribal chief's dominance. With decades of experience in professional wrestling storytelling, Heyman brings an intensity and credibility that few managers can match. His dramatic promos and strategic mind have helped elevate the entire Bloodline narrative. If Roman Reigns were to appear on Raw tonight, fans can almost guarantee that Heyman would be right by his side. The Triple H era and Roman Reigns. Since Triple H took on a larger leadership role in WWE's creative direction, the presentation of Roman Reigns has continued to evolve. Triple H has focused heavily on long-term storytelling, carefully building rivalries that unfold over months rather than weeks. Roman Reigns fits perfectly into this philosophy. Because he doesn't appear every week, his segments feel more meaningful. When he speaks, fans listen. And when he fights, the stakes feel enormous. Possible opponents if Roman Reigns appears. If Roman Reigns does show up on Raw tonight, several potential confrontations could occur. A former ally. One dramatic possibility would be a confrontation with a former Bloodline member. The group has experienced plenty of internal conflict, and unresolved tensions could easily resurface. A heated face-to-face segment could set up a major future match. A rising superstar. WWE might also use the opportunity to elevate a rising star by having them challenge the tribal chief. Even a brief confrontation with Roman Reigns can boost a wrestler's credibility in the eyes of fans. A championship challenge. Another option is a direct challenge for a championship match. WWE has used surprise challenges many times to generate excitement and social media buzz. What WWE has announced for tonight's Raw. While WWE sometimes keeps surprises secret, the company usually announces several matches and segments in advance. If Roman Reigns is not officially advertised, it doesn't necessarily mean he won't appear. WWE has a long history of delivering unexpected moments that shock audiences. Fans often tune in specifically because they hope to witness something unpredictable. Why Roman Reigns' appearances matter. Roman Reigns is not just another WWE superstar. He is one of the defining figures of this era. His presence influences ratings, social media trends, and fan discussions worldwide. When Reigns appears, the entire atmosphere of a show changes. Crowds react louder. Storylines feel more intense. And the stakes instantly rise. That's why the question of whether he will appear on Raw generates so much excitement. The fan perspective. Fans have developed a deep connection with Roman Reigns' character over the years. Some admire his dominance. Others love to hate the arrogant tribal chief. But regardless of their opinion, most fans agree on one thing: Roman Reigns makes WWE television more compelling. That's why speculation about his appearances spreads quickly across wrestling communities online. The possibility of a surprise return segment. One of WWE's favorite storytelling tools is the surprise return. If Roman Reigns has been absent from television for a period of time, a sudden appearance can create a massive reaction. Picture the scene. A tense moment unfolds in the ring. Two wrestlers argue. The crowd buzzes with anticipation. Then suddenly, the arena lights shift. The music hits. And Roman Reigns walks onto the stage. Moments like that have become iconic in WWE history. Could tonight be one of those moments? At this point, WWE has not officially confirmed Roman Reigns for tonight's Raw. However, the unpredictability of professional wrestling means anything is possible. Sometimes the most memorable moments are the ones fans never saw coming. If WWE wants to create a huge buzz, bringing Roman Reigns to Raw would certainly accomplish that goal. Final thoughts. So, will Roman Reigns appear on WWE Raw tonight? The honest answer is that it remains uncertain. WWE has not officially advertised the tribal chief for the show, but history has proven that surprises can happen at any moment. What we do know is this: whenever Roman Reigns steps into the arena, the entire wrestling world pays attention. His presence carries weight. His words shape storylines. And his actions often change the direction of WWE television. Whether he appears tonight or not, Roman Reigns remains one of the most powerful figures in professional wrestling. Fans will be watching closely, waiting for that unmistakable music to hit. Because when the tribal chief arrives, the entire WWE universe acknowledges him. And if tonight happens to be one of those nights, Raw could become unforgettable.